What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Team Pawz channel. Thank you for supporting us. So the question today is, how do you know when you're good enough to play ranked? How do you know when to leave the casual gameplay and switch over to ranked gameplay? The easy answer is, are you getting 10 plus kills successfully and consistently in casual gameplay? Right? That would be the easy answer. I mean, that's not like a hard line marker, but that's about when I left the casual game mode. Once I was getting consistently like 10 plus kills and not just assists, that's when I've switched over to rank. You can play with better people. It's easy. You probably already understand how to fight for the objective at this point, right? You probably already understand your burst if you're getting a high KD. So you're more effective in finding a team that also understands that. I mean, now you're not guaranteed to always have a good team that joins you in ranked. I mean, it could be the exact same thing as being in casual, right? But people are building teams, whether you even get like just 3 people that you can communicate with, because communication is actually pretty important in this game. When I was talking about the basics guide, just having like the main chat points of pushing the crystal and when you're running away from the crystal is, I mean, communication. As long as you understand that, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Try not to overextend or get baited into the enemy team pulling you into their kill zone when they're like all grouped up, and then just focus on the objective, pushing the crystal forward. If you're not a tank class, or you're not somebody that can take at least a couple hits in melee, don't be in front all the time. As long as you understand basic things like that, I think you'll do fine in rank. You won't have any trouble at all. Make sure you're actually using the limit break as often as possible, because I will say in the last PvP you probably was lucky to be doing very well and get your limit break 2 times, maybe 3 times if you really like. I had a really successful game, I probably got 3 limit breaks, but I would say the limit break speed is so much faster in this game mode that you should be just trying to use it every time you can, using it any chance you get. Make sure you have a good awareness of what the enemy team has left. I look down at the right hand side of my screen all the time. I'm like, okay, well, what do they have? What's actually next to me? The healer, and I pay attention to their health bars, and I actually just switch targets based on their health bar sometimes. Like, I just know that they're in the fight, and then I'll flick, and then I'll go to the person who has the least amount of health, and I'll just make sure I burst that person and get them out of the fight, and then go back to actually looking at my screen. Like, sometimes I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm looking at the enemy health bar, and I just know how to do my burst window and pop back out of it. Like, when you understand stuff like that, go to rank. Go to rank. You're fine. You're probably playing PvP because you played PvP prior to anyway, so you have a pretty clear understanding. Or if you're new and you're just trying to figure it out, that's a pretty good understanding. When you start getting a lot of kills, you start understanding when to use the limit break, you start making sure you understand your burst windows. Are you healing effectively? Are you actually using recoup when it's time to recoup? Right? Are you actually hiding behind walls and using the potion when you don't have to use your MP? Because the potion restores your health and your MP, so you can heal more when you are in the open. Do you understand stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just like you'll get a feel for the class. I encourage everybody to play as many classes as they can, and just get a feel, because I played a lot of classes. I mean, I knew I was gonna boil down to being a red mage, but I played being a tank, I played being a healer, I played black mage, I played red mage, I played monk, right? I played ninja, I played samurai. I made sure to play like a good handful of classes to get a feel for setting up their skills, learning and everything, and seeing if I actually wanted to be a part of that class. You know what I'm saying? That's when you know. That's when you know, right? Now you're not always gonna win. You're not always gonna win every match. I'm not saying it like that, like, oh, I'm gonna win every match, and then that's when I go to rank. No, that's not true, because you can be doing phenomenal and still lose a match. You know what I'm saying? So, because the match isn't based on, you know, how well you're doing, right? It's based on who's completing the objective. The objective is always going to be number one, and killing people just helps with you accomplishing the objective, right? But like I said, guys, I mean, just focus on you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. I mean, you can't really control what your teammates are doing. You can't even really control the composition of your team. So you might not even have a tank. You might not even have a healer, right? So I know they tried to make this game mode to where that kind of doesn't matter as much, but I will say that it definitely has made a difference in, I probably played like 100 games at this point. Like, it definitely has made a difference in whether I had a tank or not, or whether I had a healer or not. Even though I can heal myself, it definitely makes me feel a lot more comfortable switching off my white magic versus when I'm always using my black magic. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm technically my own healer, and I'm healing my team and buffing my team, versus me focusing on putting out damage over times or insane amounts of damage and rushing in and just being a little more comfortable, or having a tank to kind of push in for me, you know what I'm saying, to where I can just follow him up and make sure I get the kill, and we just keep everything moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll get a feel for it. You'll know. And I hope this helps you guys. Don't be scared of ranked. Ranked isn't as bad as everybody thinks it is. It's actually pretty fun. So, like I said, keep focusing on you. Keep trying to do the best you can. You're not going to win them all. Don't even worry about that part. Just keep improving every day. Alright, guys, I got more videos coming out. Peace.